Hi, and welcome back to the channel. We're going to be doing another Dokkan battle video. It's currently 3 in the morning on a work night. I'm trying to get all these videos done because I have a lot of other things to do on my other YouTube channels. It's crazy. Having 4 YouTube channels has become one of the craziest nonomons that I've ever decided to do, and I can't believe I mispronounced that word that hard, but it is fine. By the way, if you guys are new to the channel, make sure to go ahead and hit that like and subscribe button. We are almost at 3,000 subscribers. We're pushing really freaking hard to hit that number, man. Really want to hit it. We're going to do whatever it takes. We're pushing as much content as we possibly can, and I'm exhausted, so any support definitely means the world. In this video, we're going to be talking about the version Z update and how important this update truly is going to be. Because again, version Z to me almost feels like a make it or break it for Dokkan, you know, in the sense of how long this game could actually last. A lot of players have been kind of turning their backs on Dokkan recently. I feel like a lot of people are slowly just kind of like losing that excitement, that, you know, that joy of Dokkan. And I feel like just in general, a lot of people are just overall like unhappy with how the game is. Even though you might feel like happy about it, there's a lot of people who are not happy about it. And I feel like the version Z update is very important in all regards to new players, you know, intermediate players and experts who've been, like, for the veterans who've been here for a very long time, who are the ones that are probably the most unhappy with the game, because again, the lack amount of content, the lack of communication about certain things, and the lack about just the overall play experience of the game. I generally feel like it's just not where a lot of players want Dokkan Battle to be at. It's not like their ideal gacha game as at the very moment. So I feel like a lot of people just generally are not very happy with how the game is performing in certain aspects and just kind of stuff like that. So I definitely feel like version Z is going to be very important. If you guys don't know what the version Z update, as of right now, we're all kind of just thinking it's going to be a graphics overhaul style of update. Basically just, you know, making the renders nicer, making the gameplay a bit more smooth, kind of stuff like that. We've seen nothing of it in action yet, so we really have no idea what exactly is going to happen with it. But a lot of people, you know, are, you know, speculating that it's going to be something similar to just kind of like making the game just look prettier. Basically just making it more HD and kind of stuff like that, which I think that's what it's personally going to be. It's going to be like a graphics overhaul, like a UI overhaul, and I think it's just going to look pretty good for the most part. I'm pretty excited to see what it's actually going to, you know, look like. I'm excited to see if it's going to be some big time update or if it's just going to be something very small, since we've heard absolutely nothing about the update since the original release. We really have no idea what the update is going to, you know, bring, what type of content it's going to come with it, like how much of a difference is it going to be versus what the actual game is now, and just kind of stuff like that. But I do understand a lot of people are like not happy with the current state of Dokkan Battle, so I definitely feel like this is going to be a very important update moving forward, because again, so many people are unhappy with the game. I feel like this is a good way of bringing in new players, especially because as of right now, I feel like I don't know how many new players Dokkan Battle is currently getting. That's kind of like the thing that I'm not 100% sure on. I don't know how their daily numbers are for returning, you know, consumers. I don't know how it is for players who are just generally like not, you know, not playing. I don't know much about that, but I feel like version Z is happening because they're probably not getting the same amount of new players they've been getting for the last couple years. I can't imagine a whole lot, because again, the anime being over is like the biggest hype driven for Dragon Ball, obviously, and getting more and more people to sign up for your game. Usually, like the Broly movie brought a lot of people. So Dragon Ball Super obviously brought a lot of people during like the last arc. So version Z to me definitely feels like it's going to be a way of grabbing new players, because they do care about us. They do care about like the people who have been playing the game for years, but they definitely need new players, because the new players are probably going to be the ones who spend more money on the game, because again, once they start getting upset and that there's no more currency to grind, they're going to want to look for something that they could, you know, grind up. And which is money. They're gonna be spending money, in which a lot of us don't spend as much money as we used to, because again, our boxes are very good. You know, I feel like not everybody that I know who's like a Dokkan tuber or just in general just that plays the game like from the comments and stuff, most people have their accounts looking pretty top tier already. So there's not like, I don't have any money. Like, I have not spent money on the game in almost 2 months, because again, ever since the global travesty, I just have not really cared about spending money, for one, and two, it's just like at the same time, I just don't really see I don't need. There's no content in the game that I can't beat. There's no real difficult events. There's nothing that really makes it hard for me to beat anything in this game. So as of right now, there's no real reason for me to spend money on this game because everything's pretty easy for the most part. And that just goes to pretty much everything in terms of you know, in all content for most players, I would probably say. So, you know, in general, I would definitely say that, hey, the game is very easy to the point that, like, most people who spend money probably don't need to spend money. A lot of them spend it for content, like Truth obviously spends a lot of it for the content purposes because it brings in money. But for myself, summoning doesn't really bring in money to the channel. So I just don't, like, even with that, I still could beat every event in the game, which is fine with the current box I have, which is why I don't spend money. But with version Z, that might change things. It might get me back into it, but it also might get a lot of new players into it who are going to want to be spending money on a new flashy looking game, which that's what I think version Z is going to end up being. I feel like it's going to be very flashy. I feel like it's just going to be all over the place. It's going to be everything that we probably always wanted in Dokkan. We just kind of have to wait and see how the actual game is going to look like, how the game's actually going to play and stuff like that. If it's like, if this is actually going to be a very good update or something that's just going to kind of fall flat. So again, I do think this is a very, very important update for new players, for players who are unhappy with the game. I definitely feel like this is a good answer from Dokkan to see how they could mend that frustration and anger and try getting new players back into Dokkan Battle and try and gain Dokkan Battle to a very positive light. Because again, some people are very positive about the game, some people aren't. I'm not very positive in the sense that I don't like how Globals ran. I don't like a lot of the things, like, you know, the lack of content, the issue with the content, and kind of stuff like that. So, you know, stuff like that. And we definitely need more content in Dokkan. Just bottom line, we need content. We don't got much content going on. We really need it. We really need it. So we'll see what happens moving forward. Obviously, hopefully we see some real big time changes with this update. I'm really hoping that this update, again, is like their big baby update, that they're going to go all in, that they're going to throw all their, you know, eggs in one basket and say, hey, this is it. This is our our hopes and dreams of making Dokkan Battle a better play experience for all you guys, and we want to get the same money that we were making before and kind of stuff like that. So that's my biggest hope and dream for the version Z update. Definitely feel like it could become something very big, but they have to be very smart about it, obviously. So we'll see what happens moving forward, obviously. So again, if you guys are new to the channel, make sure to subscribe. That's pretty much my thoughts and opinions on it. Definitely let me know in the comments below how you guys feel. Like, do you guys think that this is going to be a very big update, or do you guys think it's going to be kind of more on the smaller side of things? So definitely let me know. My voice is almost out, and it's finally time for me to go to bed after recording all these videos, and hopefully I get to take a break soon. I don't think I can, because I have decided to make more channels, more content, and more fun. So, alright guys, I'll see you guys later. Bye.